How you all doing? How's the energy? Has anybody made a count how many times we said AI today? More than 1,000 times? Probably. Okay, before I begin, I want to do an activity. Let's do something that AI cannot do. Yeah, because we have to prove ourselves, right? Why are we here? Okay, let's all stand up, please. Please. Second. Oh, that's a huge crowd. Yeah, looks like the 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗰𝗶 interval scene. Okay. So I'm pretty sure you have come with your friends, but I would like you to talk to each other. The one to your left, the one to your right. If you already know the person to your left and right, just extend more, Because the topic I'm going to discuss, I really want you to have an afterthought and discussion with these folks. Please talk, start, please. Please, introduce yourself, come on. AI won't do this. Come on, do this with full heart and love, come on. Turn back if you already know this person. Come on, introduce, talk. Don't be shy. Come on, everyone. I don't want to see anybody shy. Just your name, quickly tell what you do, and yeah, maybe share a joke. Okay, volunteers, please help the shy people to. Come on, you should talk. Come on, see.
We had this activity early morning.
You had the activity early morning, so go, stretch yourself. Come on, go walk, take a walk. Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to check if the things are going to work. Okay, it's working. Thank you, Naveen. Okay, those who are done talking, do some stretching. Come on, we have been sitting for a very long time, 1.5 hours. Do some hand stretching, yeah. Do that 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗰𝗶 moves, come on. Okay, this section is very active. Come on, folks. What about here? You're sitting in the corner, right? You feel like nobody's coming and talking to you. Okay? Where you guys are from? Chennai only? Okay, you're all together? Okay, you're all together? So you talk to each other? Yeah. You spoke? Great. Amazing. Okay, we can all go back. And I think that gives some energy back, talking to each other. Thank you all. Okay, let's do something. I don't want this to be like a speaker session where I talk and you listen and, then you wonder what I was talking. I rather wanted this to be like a collaborative session because I feel this is the topic that everybody in this room knows something about. Maybe you won't know everything about, but you will have some idea about this topic. It's not working. I think you should move it once in the laptop and then it will work. No, just press it in the laptop. No. I mean, press it here. No, it's not working. Can you come closer? Can you sit here? Sorry, guys. You're doing it now, or am I doing it? It's me? Okay. There is some turbulence, but hopefully I'll be able to manage this. Oh, sorry for leaking the. Okay. All right. So AI first analytics. How many of you are here are data analysts or have some relation with analytics? Great. And data engineers, I'm pretty sure a lot of you, right? Great. So the thing is, for every organization, there are 3 things, right? We all have learned this: process, systems, and people. So I'm going to talk on how AI is changing analytics on these 3 fronts. I'm going to talk about the processes. and the tools, and the people. So let's talk about processes. So what is the first step, according to you, that a data analyst would do? The very first step. Understand the data? Great. Gather data? Great. So it's more like understanding the requirement and gathering the data. What after? Categorizing? Yes, it's more like you validate the data, you clean the data, and then you start doing the analysis, right? So these are the 3 steps. So how many of you think AI can completely replace these 3 steps? Or how many of you are thinking that AI is already replacing these 3 steps completely? You think that? You think so? Can you give an example how? Please stand up. What's your name? Tawfiq. Okay, how do you think it's, if there is a mic that somebody can share with him, please? Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
So I did this actually. So I have Cloud Pro subscription.
Yes.
So I was appointed in a project.
Yes.
Like I wanted to build an AI agent.
Yes.
So to build an AI agent, I need to understand what problem are we solving, right?
Yes.
So we had to take all the past incident patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Like it were like 5,000, 6,000 incidents.
Yes.
So I exported everything, dumped into the cloud,
Yeah.
and I got these are the top 5 issues that are being solved, and these are the 5 patterns where this is being.
Got it. So you are doing all the steps, but you're there, right?
Yeah.
It's not like AI is doing it autonomously. Like
AI did it for me.
yeah, it did it for you, but you were telling AI to do it.
Yes.
You were orchestrating
Yes.
the AI part. Okay, got it. So, and there are 3 other further steps. Thank you. Please have a seat. And getting the insights, which is the 4th step. And the 5th step is you present the story. And what is the last step in this journey? Can anybody say? Okay. Any other answers? What will be the last step here? Insights. Yeah, insights is there. Gleaning the insights is the 4th step. Yes, Gautam, please.
Operationalize the insights.
Yes, exactly. Operationalize the insights, which in other words, you make decisions. So the ultimate reason why we are doing analytics or why we are doing this data science or AI engineering is all this thing. Can you tell that one ultimate reason why you're doing this? If you're doing this for a company? Decision, yeah, but what are we going to do with the decision? Okay, business reports, okay, fine. What are you going to do with the business reports? Action upon it, yes. Yeah, what does action is going to do?
Increase their revenue.
Yeah, exactly. Favorable for the company. Let's stick with that. So favorable for the company, it means you're giving the competitive advantage to the company, right? Anything you do in this room or outside this room related to data analytics, insights, or AI, it's all about giving that competitive advantage to the company, right? That's how all this thing started. So one little story I would say is that earlier, there's sky cabs existed. There is something called sky cabs, and where people used to call the cabs. And some operator will tell, okay, the cab will come at this time, and all those things existed. That's how this US had this biggest network. They had it like yellow cabs and sky cabs, right? And just imagine they had so much of people, so much of connection, and how did Uber enter into the market? Right? Uber entered into the market only because of competitive advantage they had with data, they had with insights. So since then, every company started doing this. Netflix started doing this. And they killed Blockbuster. Blockbuster was the biggest DVD rental company in US, right? So every single company you see now, you can open Blinkit and you can open Zepto. You can see they are just competing with each other in real time on the prices, right? If Blinkit is having a particular offer, within 30 minutes, Zepto will come up with some similar offer. So this is how the competitive advantage has taken place now, okay? So in all the 6 steps, this is the analyst journey as of today. In all the 6 steps, AI is being used. In some cases, AI is used to a greater extent where you almost feel like there is no human in the loop. But if you exactly look at the 4th and, the last 2 steps, you can use AI, but you cannot take human out of the loop. And the reason being the trust. The decision makers or the board, whoever is there, They can't just look at some AI numbers and then make a decision, make a call. It can cost a lot. The impact of making a wrong decision is very high. So that's why nobody will make a decision like this. And also in each of this step, right, you won't be able to in each of this step, you won't be able to get your insights, get your numbers without doing the check. You need to have somebody do the check. So as a person who is into analytics, who is doing data analytics, just know that AI is involved in all the steps, but it is not completely taking over, okay? But I will tell in detail for each of the steps. And like I said, this is going to be a very interactive session. So there is going to be a Slido quiz in the end, okay? So I will show this thing one more time. And we are also going to select 5 winners. You're going to get some code basics swags. So please be attentive. So there will be a quiz at the end of the session. Yeah, you can just take the QR code now, or I'll also show it again at the end. Okay, let's look into the step number 1. So when you think about gathering or pulling the data, so you know, right, you must be writing these SQL joins and, or you must be asking the data engineers, okay, which data, where is this data is coming from? How many of you have this struggle that when you have to pull some data, you don't know where to look for? It feels like you are hunting in the forest. How many of you face this problem? Right? And you have to talk to data engineers and they'll have to explain you, okay, this logic is this data is this. And of course, they have data catalogs, all those definitions and everything done, but still, why there is a struggle? Right? Because it's just the volume of things. And it's not easy for everyone to put things together. That's where AI is coming now. In an AI-first company, you would see co-pilots, or you would see custom-made co-pilots where people can ask questions in natural English, and you can interact with the raw data, right? And it can explain you the data. What these tables are, what is the logic being used, all those things are happening right now. So even in the first step, in the very first step, you can see the influence of AI. Now going to the second step. This is the biggest, I think, biggest hurdle, right? You'll have to validate huge volumes of data, and sometimes you have to do it manually, and you have to validate the data with Excel against that in Power BI, or multiple systems. There are legacy systems. All those problems are there. So now again, with the help of AI here, pretty much of this is automated. You can run scripts to auto flag anomalies, right? So the companies who are adopting AI, they are doing this step, okay? So if you're an analyst who does not have a clue about this is something you should take a picture and Google about it later. You should search about it later. Okay, how they are automating this particular step. How can I learn? What kind of skills I need to learn for this, okay? And then going to the third step, the analyze step, which I think is a part where, you write all those DAX queries, or you write all those measures, you create visuals. All these steps, all the BI companies, take it for Power BI, Tableau, and even Databricks is entering into this space. Everyone wants to automate this step as well. They want to automate this step so that analysis can be done faster. So now the fourth one, where you glean the insights, you understand, you look at your analysis and you try to get some insights out of it. Can somebody tell me what is an insight? Like, okay, analysis is fine, that you know that this store is performing well, that store is performing bad, and all those stuff. What is the insight? Future prediction? Yeah, insight can be a future prediction, but exactly, great. So something that you can act upon. For example, let's say you have a lot of people, they are very enthusiastic about creating dashboards. But only few can tell that after creating a dashboard, okay, we are performing bad in the store because we are running out of stock for a particular product. This product we are running out of stock consistently, and this is a high performing product. We should be making sure with our supply chain that this product is always available on stock. This is an insight. And then you recommend an action. So this step is where AI is not that good. AI can give recommendations. I'm using it in real time. AI can give recommendations. But again, for AI to understand a lot of context, geographical context, local context, because sometimes the decision has to be tied with the person. Something is not happening because the store manager has a belief that only this product will sell well, right? AI won't know that. AI won't know how to talk to that person, that this person is a problem. AI is at this point of time, AI can work only with the data it has, right? And at this point of time, every single data point cannot be fed to AI. So a lot of data we retain, we have in our memory, we have it in our systems, and we kind of understand from the emotions of people when we see them. So these kind of things cannot be done with AI. So in this step, you still, as a human, you still have a lot of edge. But again, AI is growing in a way where even in this step, you can get a lot of insights from AI, which also holds true for the next one, presenting the story. I think you heard a lot today that people saying that presenting the story, storytelling is a very important skill. Again, AI is not something, it can write narratives. So yesterday we were doing a shoot in the Ford office and we used AI. We took the support of AI to write the script and everything. But we manually verified each and every line. We kind of adjusted it to what it will work for us. So again, AI can be a supportive factor here, but it cannot do the whole thing. So this is where I feel the general tech community is not really good at. So I see a lot of people who are in tech, they're amazing with the technical knowledge, but when it comes to communication or telling a story, they don't think that's a skill that should practice on. This is kind of inherited in our work culture, I believe, but that should be shattered. If you believe that, okay, technology is, I'm a tech person, I don't need to be a good communicator or a good storyteller, you're wrong, because this is going to be a massive edge for you in the AI era. If you can be a good storyteller, if you know what to speak, how to speak, when to speak, and to whom to speak, you are going to be at a massive advantage. So if there is only one takeaway that you can take from this session, please, this should be the one. You should be a good storyteller. Okay, then coming to the final step, driving the decision. Again, this step, AI can give some pointers, but it cannot tell you what or how to make this decision or whom to talk to, because there is a lot of internal things happening in a company. AI won't know that. So again, you have seen the 6 steps, right? Just know in each of the 6 steps how much you're doing manually. It's not like AI versus you. If you're doing things manually, see how much of that you can use AI. And if your company is using too much AI, where you feel low relevance, then it means that the company is not having enough work. Because any company that has enough work, they will start doing more projects. I think Mr. Anand was telling that earlier, right? Like you start doing more projects. You will start, if sales calls are getting closed faster, you will open a new project. This is how it's happening. And everything is driving towards only one thing. Can anybody say that all the 6 steps where we are using a lot of AI, what is happening? What is the end outcome of that? Efficiency, yes. Exactly. And the speed to decision making. So in the traditional BI systems, if a business user wants a particular insight or they want to know something, they would go and talk to the team, the technical team, and they would take at least 3 to 4 days to come with an answer. But no, even Aishwarya was mentioning the same. So now the teams want answer within an hour, or they want to see a dashboard within half an hour, because the decision making has to be really fast. And they also have to embed this thing in their own teams, rather than reaching out to a central team and then asking questions and then waiting for a decision. No, it has to be something centralized, and the decision making should be fast. So the world is moving towards that direction. So see yourself through the 6 steps and think where you can use AI more, because AI is there in all the steps. Okay. So now coming to the tools. There are so many tools, right? And Excel is like the Rajnikant of all these tools. It is still there. How many of you are still using Excel? Just curious. Okay. I'm really wondering, the people who are not using Excel, what you're doing then. Like what? Have you found an alternative? I mean, when I say Excel, I also mean Google Sheets, all the spreadsheet world I'm talking about. So yeah, we are all fond of VLOOKUPs, Excel tables. I really haven't seen any company without an Excel file. I always ask a company, I'm very curious to know, is there a company that doesn't use Excel or Google Sheets? I haven't found a company that doesn't do that. So Excel is something, it's strongly embedded in our work culture. It's our way of working. And how many of you started using Claude in Excel, Copilot in Excel? Yeah. It's amazing, right? It's too good. It's creating financial models for me, and which is something that used to take me at least 2 days. Now it's giving me the simulation, it runs all those things. Of course, I'm using some dummy numbers to verify. And then I replace that locally with my real numbers. And it's doing such an amazing job. So now you can understand that the companies, what these big companies are thinking, where they have this lot of money. So there is a mindset that, if you follow the rich people, and if you know where they're investing the money, what they're doing, you kind of understand the macroeconomics, the way the world is moving, how the world is moving at the very top level. So if Claude is very keen on bringing Claude inside Excel, then they know that Excel is a place where a lot of business users exist, right? And if you're not leveraging that, and if you're not using that, then you're missing out on something. You should really try to use Claude inside Excel because it is definitely something, really cool. And the same thing goes for Power BI and Tableau. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are using, in the Microsoft environment, you must be using Copilot, correct? So right now with Power BI and Tableau, you can natively write those queries, all those DAX queries, and Power BI's next step is to also create visuals inside this tool. That's going to happen. And then talking about SQL, how many of you are using AI support to write SQL queries now? Great. Great. So Gautam, can you tell me, are you using, like an external tool to write queries, or is it within your IDE? Okay.
Within Visual Studio, I use Cloud Code, and outside also. So, for example, let's say that I have to run a query in BigQuery, right? So it's not that I cannot write query; it's out of laziness, right?
Okay.
I ask what I need to do, and Cloud writes it for me, and then I do like you said, right? For sample, I check if the logic is right.
Yeah.
If it goes, yeah.
Exactly. So that's how the business is using these days. I do the same thing. I just the other day I have to create some a little data pipeline to fetch data from Stripe, right? And I'm not a good coder, so I did some logic testing. Once I knew it is working, then I just put it directly inside Fabric. So now you just have to think this AI ways of working in every tool, because every tool is adopting this. If there is any one tool that is not adopting this or sticking to that tool is going to become extinct. You can already think about not using the tool. If think about Canva. Canva is such a simple tool. PowerPoint, any tool, every tool is going to have AI inside it to make it more efficient. Okay, that's the bottom line. And how many of you use Databricks? Right. Databricks is an amazing tool. I'm really liking the way the people at Databricks are thinking, and they are very aggressive about being AI first. And the reason I'm asking you to follow the tools, I'm not promoting any tools here, right? But the reason I'm asking you to follow tools is these companies have got a huge funding, and when they have got huge funding, and if you're trying to understand what they're doing with all this money, you can pretty much understand how the job market is going to shape. Because they must be having this top researchers, top people sitting and doing this research and thinking what we should do as a tool, because we have a lot of business users, a lot of companies who's relying on us, and they won't lose those customers, right? They will be doing something right. So I follow Databricks on that front, and they bring all this. The other day somebody was telling that they really love Genie inside this Databricks, and it kind of makes things so easier. You can ask questions, opening the UI, and it gives you good flexibility, not just as a technical person, even as a non-technical people. They are also starting to use this. Okay, so we have seen the tools, and the most important thing is the people. And how many of you think that we should protest against AI? It's going to take our jobs. Anybody? No? Oh, I'm pretty sure you won't raise your hands. You will be mobbed. The crowd here is. Oh, you think? Yeah? You think we should protest against AI? No, I'm very happy to know that there is a person thinking like that. Would you like to share your thoughts? Why? All thoughts are welcome. Please feel free to share your thoughts. Yeah, please stand up. What's your name?
So, hi everyone, Maria here. So sometimes I would like to protest against AI. So as a fresher, an year back, so I was a fresher. So I was struggling to get a job. So in that moment, everywhere is like AI, AI, AI. So right now, if you go any billing section in any shop, so there is like an AI tool. So mostly, I think common people are getting affected by that.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Maria, you have a point. This is true. I'll show you a picture which I wanted to show later, but I'll show it now. So this is a picture of myself with my team. And this is when I told my team that you're going to stop what you're doing and we are going to do everything AI. Do you see happy faces here? No, nobody was happy. Everybody was looking at me like, what? And but this is the first picture. So later we did a boot camp. We did an internal boot camp of 45 days where we stopped everything what we're doing and we focused only on becoming AI native. And everybody, right? Like the saddest faces you're seeing here have become the happiest faces because they started building tools on their own, Maria. They were able to use Claude, anti-gravity, all those tools, whatever is available out there, and they started building out there. But the challenge is real. If you want to upskill on something and everything is changing on a daily basis, then what you should do, right? Like the challenge is real, but again, there are ways to come out of it. There are ways to think otherwise. You can also think that you don't have so much to unlearn. So think about a person who's 20 years experience. They're still learning like what you're learning. They're still learning to use Claude like how you're using, right? And you're starting from scratch without all of that baggage. A lot of these people here, right? Some of them especially, they are like 15 years experience, 12 years experience. For them, it was so difficult to undo their current ways of how they're doing the work, right? For them, it's much easy to talk to a person, say like, oh, do this design. So this person you see here is a marketing person. And she has a very good way of working with people in terms of getting the designs from them. So suddenly I said like, no, you should create a tool for yourself. And you should work from that. And she did it at the end of the day. And it's not like, it is not doable. We have to understand the rate of change outside the world is much higher. And we need to adopt to it. That's how we have survived. That's how we have killed Neanderthals and we are sitting here today. So that's something we need to understand. And so now I'm just reverse engineering back to the previous slide. So two things, right? Change management and mindset. So when I talk about mindset, you think of it like this, okay? Things are gonna change anyways, whether you like it or not. Okay, it's up to you whether you want to be a part of the change or you want to be the one who's watching the change. It's as simple as that. And if you're part of the change, if you want to embrace the change, you might as well as enjoy the journey. The joy of learning new things, the joy of creating something useful. That's how you should think. And talking about the change management, it is never going to be easy. Change management is always the toughest thing that you will have to face. But again, that's a part we all should be okay about. And the easiest way to manage this, the changes happening within the team is that there should be both top level push and the middle level push and the bottom level push. The entire team should be together and there should be a lot of emotional safety given. So even I'm talking this on the stage, I'm telling this very openly. Even when I was doing this thing in my team, there were few things that was missed. I did not account to a couple of people's thought because they were very creative people and I asked them to do something different and they did not understand that, okay, they think this is opposite to creativity. They were not able to see this together with creativity. So these kind of things will get missed. So if you are in a position, if you are in the leadership, I would strongly recommend you to consider those people. That emotional safety is very important. And the bottom line again is like, this change is happening. AI first, being AI native is more like, how many of you have this Jio subscription, Airtel subscription, something like that, you have that, right? And you must all have internet subscription. I'm pretty sure, maybe we'll meet again in 3 months' time or 6 months' time. I'm pretty sure all of you will have an AI subscription. It is going to become a non-negotiable thing for all of you, right? And probably the companies like this Vodafone, Jio, Airtel, they will come together with AI subscription. AI subscription is going to be like a common thing. And you will see governments giving, the government's already doing that, right? They're giving free AI subscriptions. Okay, so that's the world. And these are the 3 things you should remember. The first thing is the 6 stages. All of these are being touched by AI. And you see which step, the one that you're doing so manually. So you have to use AI there. And in tools, every tool that is going to succeed in the market is going to go AI native. A lot of tools are getting stuck. You can see companies like 𝗖𝗵𝗲 is facing a crash, but they are reinventing. Every company is reinventing themselves. So if such big companies are doing, you should also do. And on this front, I would like to talk about Ford. I was here at Ford yesterday, and I was talking to all the senior leaders. And I'm really impressed by the mindset Ford is having. And they have done a lot of changes within the company in the last 6 months. And it's such a big company, the company which is 120 years old and who has a very proud history, and they have their own ways of doing things, and they are able to adopt to this change at such a fast rate. I don't think any of us should think even about like whether we should change or not. We should adopt to this change for sure. And the number 3 thing, the people. Just know that speed is a new advantage. If you are resisting the change, you are just delaying it. It's never going to be like, okay, I'm going to resist this change, and okay, the world will change for me. No. The funny thing is, people started protesting when computers came. Can you believe? People really protested. You can go and check. There is a news. People protested outside the offices saying that we won't use computers because, especially the accountants, where they have to do these things manually. And they said like, no, we won't do this. We won't allow these computers to come. It will take away your jobs. Now you see that more jobs were created. A lot of things are being done. It's pretty much how the world is moving. And thank you for listening to me. So in case you didn't know, this is me. I'm the co-founder of Code Basics, and been in the industry for 10 years. So if you have any questions, you can ask me later.